Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone, and welcome to a special time because it is my day for the Wyntis Hall show. But usually I come on at 6, but I had to make adjustments for my beautiful guest here, Miss Cythnia A. Johnson, former state representative. I'm going to go ahead and just share to a couple people and let them know that the beautiful blonde bombshells are on. I don't have my hair cut and all blonde like you
Wait a
do,
minute, I
but
gotta cover up that hole in the wall.
girl, you ain't got to cover up
Let me
nothing.
cover that hole in that ceiling.
You're
Maybe
doing
I can
too
get
much.
some of that ARPA funding. Okay,
No,
go. I'm sorry. Excuse me. Go on.
you won't get any ARPA funding here, my darling, unless you
Oh,
have. Do you have a 501c3?
uh, ARPA is for the citizens.
No, not in Flint. It's for the 501c3 trappers.
No, you
Well,
mean to tell me that the funds, ARPA funds that have been given to General Motors?
General Motors got some ARPA money?
Oh, oh.
Oh, clutching my. Oh, I ain't got my pearls or my diamonds on, but just
And
clutching my wardrobe.
and Illich is asking for.
The Illages, the one that built the Little Caesars Sports Arena, the people that own Little Caesars, they want some ARPA money too. You know what? Before we get started, introduce yourself to the people. Give them a little history about yourself, please. Please do that for me.
Okay, so hi everybody. First of all, thank you, Wyntis,
Yes.
Paul, and your background person.
That was Mickey Jordan, the greatest producer in the world.
Oh, Mickey Jordan, good to meet you too.
Yes.
But all of the people in the city of Flint, and those of our brothers and sisters in the city of Detroit and all over the state of Michigan, no matter what race you are,
Mm-hmm.
I say hello, and I'm glad to be here with the 810 family.
Yes. Yes.
I am a resident. I was born and raised in the city of Detroit.
Okay.
I'm 65 years old.
No.
Yes.
Girl.
You see that?
Girl, that don't matter. You're looking good.
Don't you see that?
You're looking good.
Honey.
You're looking good.
Don't I now?
Oh, I love it. I love it. We are sisters. We are sisters. Yes, we are.
I was not born in the Herman Gardens, but I am a product. I'm a very proud product of the Herman Gardens project.
Okay.
At the age of 7 years old, really, I believed that I could be the president of the United States.
All right, then.
I didn't know why I thought I could be, but I just knew at an early age, a child, I had that dream. I knew that despite what was going on with my shero, oh my God, my shero that I can't remember her name, bald fist, big natural, was arrested by the feds. Folks claim
Angela
that
Davis.
Yeah.
Now here he on again.
I knew who I was talking about. I just wanted to keep, you asked me to give you some history, but when I give you some history of me, I want to share history with others.
Okay.
Who don't know about Angela Davis.
All right then.
As a child who was about 7, 8 years old, I remember, and I knew something was wrong. I knew that Black people were being misused. I just didn't understand exactly what it was, but a child, think about that, a child who knows that something is going on, even when she went to Cody High School and experienced the racism. I remember running down Joy Road
Oh,
The
Lord.
white folks were after us. Yeah, that happened.
Do you know this man on here, Dr. Thomas Pedroni? He said, hey.
Hey, of course I know him. Yes, I do. And Asata Shakur, I hope I said that name correctly. Hello. So I remember even that. I remember as a young girl, 16 years old, parents had just moved from the Hermit Gardens. I'm almost 17. I'm thinking I'm grown.
Right.
It's in the summertime. I have my first boyfriend.
Mm.
I'm about to walk out the house. My daddy's sitting in the living room. I'll never forget it. He said, and we must have gotten into an argument. He says, where do you think you're going? I said, I'm leaving.
Right.
He looked at my boyfriend, turned to be husband the very next day. He looked at my boyfriend. It was a Sunday. He said, you ain't going nowhere unless you are married to her.
Oh.
So my then boyfriend said, okay, well, we'll get married. Now, then I'm a Catholic.
Okay.
So I've got to get permission from the church.
Okay.
So my mother thought that, hey, send her to the father, and we know he's not going to give her, he's not going to give them
Permission.
I walked back. We walked back at the house. What street was it that we were living on? Damn, I'm trying to. Now, this was the east side that we moved to from the Hermit Gardens.
Okay.
It was Hillsdale. I don't even know if Hillsdale even really exists. I know it looks like a war zone over there. Hillsdale and Van Dyke.
Oh, my homegirl from 7 Mile and Van Dyke over there used to be a Coney Island right there on the corner.
And listen, the McDonald's that you don't even know anything about this, but there was a McDonald's there on Van Dyke and 7 Mile.
Oh, I sure don't.
That was my first job. My very first job. And so anyway, we come back from seeing the father, whatever his name was, with our letter in hand. And of course, now I'm only 16, almost 17. This is July 28th, 1975. No, actually, the date that this happened, that we came back with this letter, was July 27th, 1975.
Oh, I wasn't even born yet.
And the next day, we went to Kmart. I don't even know if you remember Kmart's.
I remember Kmart now.
So we went to a Kmart looking for a ring before we about to go to Toledo to get married. Most people don't even know this story. I don't even know why I'm telling y'all this story.
Because I like this.
Yeah. So, all right. So my daddy's in the car, mama's in the car, then boyfriend's mother's in the car. Who else? I think it was just us. And I'm 16. Now, all this time that I've been dating him for about a year, I've always told my parents. Now, I met him in Hermit Gardens, but I'm always telling my parents that he's 18. We get up there to in Toledo to get married, and we're signing all the papers. You got to put down how many times you've been married before. That was my first time. I did say first time.
How many times you been married, girl?
None of your business.
I love you.
And so now we're signing everything. Of course, I ain't never been married before. That was my first time. Again, I'm only 16.
Okay.
I'm 17 on August 19th. Less than a month. So I'm always wanting to say, and by the way, we didn't get married because I was pregnant, because I wasn't. we were getting married. I wanted to leave the house because I thought I just knew it all.
I thought you were about to say you was in love.
Girl, bye. That
What
was not the reason.
the reason? Okay.
No, I'm just going to keep it real. That was not the reason.
Mm-hmm.
Although we remained married for 18 and a half years.
Oh, okay. Okay. So the
Okay.
love came.
So I think it was, well, we'll talk about that some other time.
All right.
Maybe I'll do some other story about things like that. But anyway, so
You are
here
so
I'm.
pretty. I just have to tell you that you are so pretty. The pictures on Facebook don't do you justice. You are very beautiful.
Well, thank you, ma'am. Don't you know you are beautiful too?
Well, thank you. Yes, I knew that, but I'm just saying,
Well,
you are
you
beautiful.
know what? I appreciate that. That's
Mhm.
a wonderful thing when we can just simply say to another person, man or woman, boy or girl, you are beautiful.
You are beautiful. You are very beautiful.
And I thank you.
You're welcome.
And you as well. So we can just
We
leave
can.
that, girl.
Okay.
So now here I'm putting down the information now. My husband, my boyfriend, he's putting down his information. Once he put down his information, of course, my mother and parents, they have to sign.
Mm-hmm.
When my mother saw that my husband,
Ooh.
when my mother saw that my husband had written down that he was not 18, but instead he was 22.
Oh, Lord.
Was he 22? I think he was 22.
Mm-hmm.
Honey, she signed and threw that pen down. I'll never forget that. My mother was so hurt by that. But ultimately,
Mm-hmm.
my family loved that good man.
That's good. That's good. I'm glad.
I wasn't in love with him,
Mm-hmm.
but he was he is a good man,
Okay.
a
Just not for
good
you right now.
father,
For
a
somebody
good
else.
provider.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But he, hey, it is what it is.
It is.
He couldn't, well,
I get it.
yeah.
Yeah.
But, even when we got a divorce and my attorney kept trying to get me to go to court
Mm-hmm.
or to get child support, I said, why? I'm not putting these people in my business
I know
like
that's
that.
right. I
I'm
know
not
that's
going to
right.
make them tell him what he needs to do.
Yeah.
If he doesn't do what he needs to do for his children,
Then he
that's
just
on
don't.
him. But
That's right.
I'm not going to put these white people in and tell this black man what he's supposed to do.
Right.
I just didn't roll like that. The attorney
Now
told
I'm understanding why I say former state representative, because I think that you gave them the business while you was up there. I think you gave them the business.
well, thank you for taking me back, because girl, I would be on memory lane for a long time.
Well, that's okay. That's okay, because you got to know where you came from.
And that's exactly it. The people need to know,
Mm-hmm.
where did I come from?
Mm-hmm.
You know, uh, well, so after we married, we got pregnant. Like, we got married in July 75, so we got pregnant like in November
Mm-hmm.
75, I think it was, and had a beautiful bouncing baby boy, in August of 1976. And that was the only birth child that we had.
Okay.
And then we adopted 2 children,
Okay.
a girl at the age of 6. She's now 40. My son is 47. My daughter is 46.
Oh, wow.
Born in 76 and 77. How old does that make them?
Well, I'm born September 76, so I'm 47. 76, you're 47.
You born September?
Mm-hmm. September
And
70.
you just turned, okay, so my son, the oldest one, is 47.
Yeah.
So my daughter is 46.
Okay. And
No, she's not she couldn't be 46. She's 45. She'll be 46 in
Okay.
December, this December.
Okay. This December. Okay.
All right. And so then we have
Miss
uh
Cynthia Haynes said, "Hello, Queen."
hey Cynthia, hey, why can't I see there everybody?
I'm
Oh, there I can.
yeah.
And so hey there. Uh and so we also adopted my ex-husband's sister's baby
Okay.
because she was an alcoholic. The
Mhm.
baby was born fetal alcohol syndrome. Uh, and I took on that. My ex-husband, he really didn't want to take it on, but I said, hell, if why would I want to put the baby in the system? But I'll tell you, that was more than a notion.
Mhm.
But God still saw us through. And I'll tell you, any child, any mother, mother who uses alcohol while you're pregnant. Once upon a time, when I was going through with my baby,
Mhm.
honey, I reached out to John Conyers. I remember this. I reached out to Carl Levin, and I wanted to put women away for that because to me it's a crime. You create something that is 100% preventable. A child doesn't deserve to go through um
None of that. None of that. With
none of the
everything.
pain that they go through
Right.
and the things
Absolutely.
that they do in school. They can't help themselves.
Absolutely.
But anyway, so going to I decided that I wanted to run for office. So I ran in 19 first time was 1998
Okay.
and came in third place.
Mhm.
Then I put that on hold
Okay.
and start working for the Department of Corrections.
Okay.
Worked inside the prison
Mm.
and for 2 years at Scott's Correctional, which is no longer there.
Okay.
And then I became a parole and probation agent.
Okay.
So 2009, I came out because I had some health issues. I have degenerative joint disease. And I hope I'm not going over your time because you have something at 2:30. What time is
Yes, yes, yes. It's 2:12. But listen. Let me jump right into what I want to ask you.
it? Go on, girl. Because you know
Let's get it. I know we can talk because I can
yeah.
tell this is we gonna have a part two because I like you. I like a
Oh,
lot of people, but I like you. I can feel your
no.
energy. I
You
can feel your
feel it?
energy. I can feel your energy. And it's sincere. Real recognizes real. That's a
Yes.
true statement.
That's a truth statement right there.
Right. So I said, this lady is boisterous. I see you around. I see how you moving on social media. I said, oh, I like her. She acts like me. We both beautiful blonde shell. Okay. But you're right down the street in Detroit, and we got some issues going on up here in Flint. And I said to myself, I said, Self, because me and Self have a lot of conversations together.
Absolutely.
I said, I need to talk to her because Flint is just a little dot on the map. It's a blighted, poor city. But so for some reason, Cynthia, may I call you Cynthia?
Absolutely.
For some reason, the people they coming in and they buying up our land at record numbers. So we had this thing that just happened with the land bank, how they always bundle these houses together and they say nobody ever buys them. But all of a sudden, this millionaire dropped out the damn sky, bought up 190 houses with people still living in them now. Okay. He said, y'all gotta pay me. It ain't no more friends and family playing going on. Y'all gotta pay me. And then we got other people from out of town coming in buying a lot of other properties. We got abandoned houses that's going for over $300,000. What's going on with the land around here? The land seems to be so valuable. Can you help me? Help me understand.
Land
Oh,
has always been valuable.
mm. Is that
That's
going
why.
on down there in Detroit like that too?
Oh, girl, my God, the land value tax is there's 5 bills, and I forget the bill numbers. I want to say, uh, I forget what the bill numbers are, but they're the land value tax. And anyone who's listening, if you can pull that up real quick, give us those bill numbers, that would be good. Because those bills right now have stalled. Now, I hope and pray that, and when I say the bills have stalled, what I'm talking about legislation that
Right.
a legislator may introduce. Like, for instance, Representative Stephanie Young, she introduced the primary legislation,
Oh.
and uh, and she introduced it, and she's really carrying the water for the mayor of Detroit,
Mm.
who is actually the billionaires' lobbyists.
Mm. The mayor of Detroit?
Did you hear what I said? What do
Yeah.
you think? What do you think about your mayor? Who do you think he's carrying water for? Is he carrying water for the citizens?
Hell no, no, no. He carrying waters for the millionaires of Flint.
Okay, so he's the millionaires lobbyist. We might as well be honest about this stuff, okay?
You can say shit. Let's be honest about
You
this
know,
shit.
the billionaires lobbyists. When was the last time that your mayor or the city of Detroit? I don't know about your mayor, so I won't even talk about my friend Sheldon Neely.
Oh, he ain't my friend.
Okay, and let me put a
Pin.
plug right there just for a second
Okay.
with regard to the billionaires lobbyist
Okay.
being Mike Duggan. Mike Duggan has these bills. The whole idea of with these bills, with this legislation, if it was to go on the ballot, it would only go in the city of Detroit. See, this is what this is what Mike Duggan wants. He wants these bills to be passed by the House and the Senate. Once bills are passed by the House, then by the Senate, with no amendments,
Mm-hmm.
no substitutions,
Mm-hmm.
and even if the House passed it and the Senate decides they take it on and they want to tweak it, that would be called a substitute. So then they would send it back to the House for the House to vote on it. House votes on it. If the House finds nothing wrong with it, then it goes directly to the governor.
Okay.
This is what Mike Duggan was expecting back in October.
Okay.
Okay, because the city council will be voting sometime within the next 2 weeks. And after that vote, I don't know when it is that they're going on recess. But
Mm.
Mike Duggan wanted that legislation to be approved and going to being approved. And once it's approved, all that legislation just says is that the state of Michigan, via the governor, who really anything that happens in the state of Michigan, any monies that come out, any projects that come out of the state of Michigan,
Mm-hmm.
they are sanctioned by Mike Duggan. Do you hear me?
I hear you. I hear you. I hear you, girl.
So let's say, for instance, this legislation passes and Mike Duggan gets just what the hell he wants. What the citizens of the city of Detroit would be doing, because this legislation was for the entire state. But Mike Duggan knew that the legislators from other cities were not going to go with this shit. He knew that. He knew that. So they had to come back to the board and create a substitute. And that substitute would say, okay, this is only for populations with 500,000 or more. What does that tell you?
Well,
is that Flint?
Nope.
Is that Ann Arbor?
Nope.
Is it Grand Rapids?
Nope.
Is it the city of Detroit? Girl, you don't even know your doggone I started
500,000 people or more. Y'all got that in Detroit.
We got that. How about that?
You got that in Detroit.
How about that? So since they tweaked it to say only the population of 500,000, why, if we're saving taxes, and you know Republicans they talk about love saving taxes.
Right.
Why wouldn't they want this?
Sounds a little funny. Tell me what the catch is.
No, so let's just break this down.
Okay.
If this legislation goes to the people, if they're given this permission, if Mike Duggan's given this permission, and now the city council says, okay, we're going to carry your water for you, Mr. Mike Duggan. By the way, Coleman Young, rather, his real name is Joel. Forget his last name. But Coleman Young needs to get the hell out of no politics for him.
Oh, okay.
Because he ain't for the people.
Okay.
Period.
I hear you. I'm
Fred Hall. Not for the people. One day I'm going to give you the whole list of all those who are not for the people. Now let me go back to your mayor.
Okay.
My friend, Sheldon Neely.
He on that list too, ain't he?
Wonderful person.
Oh, Lord.
Wonderful person.
Okay. But
I tell you what.
I knew it was a but.
I was so embarrassed by Representative Cythnia Neely.
Oh, here we go. Now,
she's the chair on the tax policy. Yeah.
What?
Tax policy committee. That's where the land value tax legislation was being heard.
Oh, y'all share this stream everywhere, all across Flint.
And I, along with a crew of us, Russ Blunt included.
That's who Dr. Padroni said he was talking to last night, Russ.
Linda Anderson. Jocelyn Harris.
Okay.
I'm trying to remember all the soldiers.
Okay.
All those who keep it fucking 100.
Okay. I'm with you.
Okay. We know what kind of battlefield we're on. Anyway, we're all going to all these offices, and this is what y'all have to do. But let me pat myself on the back. Because what I did as a former legislator, I know where some of the bones are buried.
Oh, Lord. Okay.
I know the system. So what you have to do, if you truly are for the people, you make sure that you don't keep what you know as a former And there's certain things, you can't share.
Right.
You're not supposed to share what's in caucus. Okay. They call that keeping the powder dry. But folks share that stuff. People are people.
Share it. I want to hear more about this chair.
Anyway, so now we going around to all the offices. Go to her office.
This is Cynthia's office.
This is Cythnia, representative. Be respectful.
Put some respect on her name. Representative Cythnia Neely. Yes,
that's
ma'am.
right. Sit your butt down. Talking to my dog.
Okay.
So I said to her, now you're going to have these bills are in your committee, you the chair, but I'm asking you to vote no. What is wrong with you? Girl, stop.
That's okay. I get it.
So I asked her, I said, so please vote no. She said, well, I may have to vote yes on the bills while they're in committee, but I can commit to you that when it gets on the floor, I'll vote no.
What did you say to yourself?
But put that on pause right there.
Okay.
Because what embarrassed me so about Mrs. Representative Cythnia Neely, was when the mayor of Detroit came to give his testimony. They gotta just do things to let people think
they care,
that you got some power. She greets the mayor of Detroit by saying, you're something like, you're one of my look at our favorite mayor, but the one behind you is my first favorite. You're my second favorite. I'm thinking, girl,
go back to here. I know,
girl.
I know.
Why are you doing that?
Because she don't know. She's really nice. She just don't know.
Why are you doing that? Now, going back to she just don't know. Okay. When it came to voting, because I got the list. Y'all know
Bring the list out, girl. Bring the list out.
Wait a minute. How can I do this from here? How can I do it?
I don't know. Mickey ain't gonna put it up. You have to read it. But that may be.
Okay. So anyway, bottom line is you got look at my damn cat. The cat, my cats and my dog.
Mickey, just put your computer on mute. That's our producer. He be scared of everything, child.
Okay. So. Tell me she didn't vote yes on House. I think it's House Bill 4699. I think, or 4688. I always get those. It's a double digit, either 88 or 99.
Oh Lord, you done gave Arthur some more ammunition.
And I was so disappointed with her. And so when she did this, I was there. I actually saw the votes, and I sent a note to her. And I took a picture of the note that I sent to her. I said something like, remember, wait a minute, shit, I can look at it right here. I sent a note to her to tell her how disappointed I was. Because not even a whole 2 days, 72 hours, not even a whole 72 hours, did she flip.
What she had to do what Sheldon told her to do now. I mean, Mayor Sneely. I'm just gonna keep it real with you. That's the only way I know how to do is keep it real. Like you keep it real.
I don't know if they're buds. Only you can tell me if Mike Duggan and the Neelys are buds.
Now I don't know about that. I'm talking about him and his wife. She got the vote how he tell her to. Cythnia wasn't in the politics. She's a hairdresser. Cythnia don't even like Representative Cythnia Neely. She don't even like people like that. She's not a politician. She doesn't like public speaking. I'm not telling you nothing that you haven't learned. She's not a people person. You know that. You know I'm not lying. I'm just waiting for you to. But
I'm trying to adjust my screen so it won't show the hole in my ceiling.
And Michael Clack said to tell Rep Johnson, my mom, Representative Brenda Clack, is watching, and she says hello.
Hey, Brenda. Hey, Michael. Hold on, y'all.
All right. Oh, I just don't want this to end. Michael Clack. Mickey, can you send Michael the link so he can come on and take over? Because I just don't want this show to end. I want her to keep talking, and I gotta leave. But Mike Clack,
know, where are you going?
I gotta pick up my children, and I gotta go to a basketball game. You know, I gotta be a mom today, child.
Well, that's a wonderful. One day we're gonna talk about our children.
Yes.
And I would like for you to do a show on our adult children.
Yes, because we got a bunch of them.
I'm talking about you. You and my son are the same age.
Yeah.
And I have issues with my son. Okay. I'm talking about people like me who have adult children like you.
Oh.
And y'all don't do what y'all supposed to do for your mothers and fathers.
Yes, we do. But we can have a show.
Listen, some of y'all just listen. You need to talk to your brothers and sisters. Because some of y'all just don't do right.
But you know what? We do what we have seen. I feel like the older generation has dropped the ball. And y'all dropped it in our laps, and we supposed to pick it up and try to figure it out on our own, how to make our own way. And that's why we keep messing up here in Flint. Now, that's how I feel.
Part of that is you are absolutely right. However, then there are some parents like me, I bent my ass back over. My kids never walked to school when they were from pre-care nursery school to 9th grade. My kids never walked to school. They always had a ride. When daddy went to work, mama was taking those kids to school. And one time my sister said to me, you know what? You know the reason that he's the way he is? Because you do too much for him. He's selfish. And at the time when she was telling me that, when he was 8 years old, I got all huffy puffy.
Right.
I'm not listening. I know my kid is not selfish. That's one of the most selfish persons in the whole world that I know. Almost 50 years old. So, but I love him, but I don't like him.
I love your realness.
But here's the thing. We're gonna have to do this again some other
Yes,
time.
we are. We have to. We was having technical difficulties in the beginning.
Because we were talking about land, and I want to get back to that for a real quick second. They own a land. They trying to push us out. That's exactly what's happened. I talked to somebody a couple of days ago. He called me up. He said, Rep, he said, my wife and I are trying to look for a place to rent. No place he could find for under $1,500.
And that's affordable. Right.
What the hell do you think is happening? These people, listen, we may not be attacked by bombs and with blood, but baby, we are under attack. We are being pushed out. And if people can't see that, you'd have lost your damn mind.
Right.
The Duggins and the Neelys, who allow all these people from different countries even to buy blocks and blocks and blocks of houses. And then when they don't take care of them, then they say, oh, we need to do something. We need to do a land value tax because they just sitting on the property. I wanted to say, nigga, you already knew that. You knew what they were doing. You allowed it to happen.
Well, listen. I got one more question for you. Has Cythnia, Representative Cythnia Neely, ever spoke on the floor?
I don't recall.
That's what that's what the attorneys tell their clients to say, when they don't want them to tell a lie. Just say, I don't recall.
I don't recall.
You don't recall. Well, I mean, hey, you're telling the truth. You don't recall. Okay. You don't recall.
I don't. Maybe once. I don't recall.
You don't recall. Okay. I understand. I know it's hard. Well, you know what? The people are on here and they're waiting, and it was a good introduction. Let me tell you what I want to do while everybody is on here watching.
Yeah, come on.
My normal show time is Thursdays at 6:00. Next Thursday at 6, I want you to come back on for a whole hour, and let's do some deep diving into everything.
Yes.
This could be just like the little show before the show. We got all the introductions out the way.
That's right. So we'll just because I wanted to give you a little bit of who I am. I am also a graduate from Walsh College with a bachelor's in business management.
Okay.
Went to school at Cody, graduated from Cody in 1976. Graduated with a whopping 1.75.
Oh, so did my brother Tony Wiggins.
Do y'all know what a 1.75 is?
Yes, he had a 1.6. So you was a little bit better than him, but hey, look at you now.
Hey, God is good,
yes,
and my brain started working.
Yes, what do the pastors say? You see my glory, but you don't know my story.
You don't my story. Woo!
Well, we're gonna have a good show next Thursday at 6 o'clock.
Yes. Deep dive.
Yes,
deep dive.
Deep dive. So I thank you for just this little brief 30 minutes that you gave me. I got your phone number. I'm gonna call you tomorrow because I got to go do this little kid thing today.
Yes.
But next Thursday from 6 to 7, you're all mine for a whole hour.
I am so happy to be all yours.
And we're gonna talk about that list. We're gonna put that list up on 810 News Media Group. Mickey is gonna be so happy to put that list up. We're gonna talk about all them names on that list, baby.
All right.
And I will see you then. Thank you, darling. See you all later.
You all.
Thank